Hey guys, Esco here. Welcome back to another Summoner's War video with my 2v3 Siege comps. Today I will talk a little bit more about the devs I'm fighting, how I could make them better, if possible of course, and my win conditions. The idea came from my guildmates Ash and Rob, so thanks a lot guys. It's actually a lot more fun to create a video that way and to change my approach tiny bit. So yeah, thanks. Okay, let's start with something easy. Khmun, Daphnis, Xiong versus my Chow and Konamiya. Okay, um, so huh, there's no real synergy. There's single element, and all three of those are support monsters with no real threat. Um, Daphnis, after the recent update, he's quite an interesting one, but still very much niche usage, and I just don't see this working. You pair it with Khmun, who is absolutely amazing on 4-star tower, but this is a 5-star tower, so you have to deal with 5-star monsters, and this poor Xiong I'll probably be cursed for saying that, but in my opinion, this panda does not belong in PvP. This is a strictly PvE monster, and the only two places I would use him is Necro and R5. Um, in my opinion, this is the worst fusion monster you can get. Probably for some people, it's absolutely amazing. Maybe in early game stages, sure, it definitely has its uses, but I just don't see him in Siege whatsoever. So yeah, this is just not great. So how would I rate this defense? I would give it a 1 out of 10. Yeah. So let's talk about win conditions. So my my win conditions. Oh boy. Well, not running out of battery on my phone. I feel like this is basically the only thing I can lose. I mean, seriously. This is something I call a free win. I'd give myself a solid 95, maybe 98% chance of winning, and the only real way of me losing here is maybe Xiongfei being really fast with high accuracy, death breaking my Chow, and then Daphnis one-shotting him, but he would have to have godlike G3 or even better than that runes. So yeah, I just don't see this as a threat. Now, how I would make this better? Um, how I would make this better is replace Daphnis with a strong water bruiser or nuker. In that case, you have two different elements. Um, so it's not as easy to take it down. But if you replace it with Chow, with Molong, with Camilla, maybe Chandra on critical damage, or even Water Monkey King. I mean, he's absolutely amazing after the recent changes. This defense would look a lot more threatening than it looks right now, because at that point it's just a 1 out of 10 for me. Um, okay, so how about we just jump into the battle and see if I was right. Yeah, I was not expecting a one shot to be honest, but right now my chances went from 95 to 99.9. I'm just autoing it at that moment. It's just a free win. Really, this is just a free win, and people, please do not create defenses with just a single element. I mean, unless you have really godlike runes and you are absolutely certain that there is amazing synergy, between your monsters, just don't go for it. It's just too easy to counter, too easy to abuse a single element, and you're not really contributing to your guild siege. Okay, let's jump into the second one. Um, Khmun, Isabelle, Orion. Now, this one is an entirely different beast altogether. Uh, you've got a very clear synergy. It's Orion death breaks, Isabelle one hits, and then she gets another turn. And Khmun obviously speeding up Orion with his lead and providing shields for some survivability. So I'm using my Icares and my Grego. Um, this is a shield wheel comp, so I thought that if I'm able to withstand the initial hit from Isabelle, obviously if I'm not death broken by Orion, everything should be fine. Icares provides me with 50% resistance lead to dark. So with her 51% already with the runes, she's got 100% resistance. She's got will runes. She's got shield from Grego. I mean, I am kind of confident here. But let's talk a little bit more about the defense. So how I would rate it? Well, I would definitely give it a 9 out of 10. Um, it's a very, very dangerous defense. Isabelle is a dark attribute, which means she can target absolutely anyone, unless you are going to put a light tank to just withstand the damage. And this is why I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10, because there is one monster that counters Isabelle perfectly, and it is a light golem, Grego. He cannot die from a single hit. Actually, his passive is that he cannot take more than 20% of his maximum HP in one turn. Um, but because of the Orion in the defense, you can never be 100% certain who Isabelle's target will be. Because if Orion death breaks, let's say you're, I don't know, fire nuker, who you're going to parry it, or water, or whatever other attribute, Isabelle's going to go for death break. So yeah, this is kind of a tricky one. So my win conditions here. I'd probably go for not getting death broken by Orion. That's number one, and my first turn one-shotting Isabelle. My Icares has enough HP to most likely one-shot her in the first go, but if not, I was pretty certain that even auto attack from Grego would finish her up. Um, but yeah, this is basically what I'm thinking here, and how I could make this defense better. I mean, it's 9 out of 10 to be honest, so the only way to make it better is just to improve the runes, because the composition idea is spot on. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's have a look at the battle itself. Yeah, harmless prank. And thank you very much. This is a game over. 100% resistance, will, shield will, and there we go. Freaking one hit. I mean, you can't really protect against this. This, and by the way, I hate this skin on Orion. It just makes everything so much worse. So yeah, I managed to kill. I managed to kill Isabelle, but yeah, that's a game over. So this is one of those situations that no matter how prepared you think you are, I mean, you got this freaking annoying water gremlin, and he's just gonna break your day. He's just gonna make you want to throw your phones at the wall and smash the screen. So I'm pretty sure that more than once this happens in the past. It's happened in the past. So yeah, a little moral from this story: build your Orions, people. Seriously, if you've got one, build more. He is the most annoying Nat 4 monster for the siege defense in the game. This is my personal opinion. Uh, and even if you think you've got everything in the bag, there you go. Here comes this little annoying piece of yeah, and ruins your day. So yeah, we've got our first loss. Okay, on the third defense, I will have my Garrow and Trevor fighting another four-star tower with Frigate, Lushen, and Megan. So, Frigate, he's got a very nice lead with 33% attack. Of course, this is super beneficial for Lucian. He, of course, has the best attack bar boost in the game with 50%. And you've got another attack bar boost with Megan to breach the gap if your Lucian is too slow. So yeah, it's a solid one. Uh, but how I would rate it, I would give it a 6 out of 10. The reason for that is this is a one-man show. This is a Lucian show, and he's wind attribute, which means you can counter it by using a full fire team, which I have done here. Um, and it's a little bit weak because of that. What about my win conditions here? Okay, so I think not being one shot by Lucian is the first thing because he's a multi-hit, and if he crits 3 times with this kind of setup, with attack lead, and with attack buff, if he crits 3 times, he should be able to one shot my Garrow. As for Trevor, probably not because Trevor's passive makes him more resilient to damage the lower his HP gets. But this would be probably the main win condition for me. And second one would be if Garrow is being focused by Frigate's second skill. It is a multi-hit, so if Lucian brings my Garrow low enough and the frigate is fast enough, so he will get another turn, and his second skill focuses all attacks on Garrow, this would probably be game over. So how would I make this defense better? Well, it's kind of an obvious thing for me here. Replace Megan with another nuker, just a different attribute to wind, so it does not become a one-man show. I would recommend water nuker, because if you want to counter water nuker with attribute, you need to bring wind, and then Lucian doesn't get any kind of downside attacking it. If you want to counter Lucian, you'll have to bring fire, and then your wind attribute nuker, sorry, your water attribute nuker is going to get an advantage here. It's just this one is just a little bit too easy to counter with full fire team, especially if you want to use a full team of 3 units. I went a little bit on the risky side here, bringing 2 damage dealers. I could have easily bring 1 tank or healer with a lot of HP, and then I would be even more sure of winning this. But I was almost certain that my Garrow would be able to survive Lucian. And yeah, it's just a little bit too easy to counter something that relies heavily on one attribute. Okay, let's start this one up and see how the battle went. So yeah, they've got the first turn. Megan buffs it up, and then Lucian. Okay, so he crit twice, I think, on Garrow, and he procced his passive, but there we go. So Lucian's down. Okay, I wasn't expecting that kind of damage, and yeah, too much focus from Frigate, and Garrow's down. But my Trevor is built on Vamp, and his damage also increases with the lower his HP gets. So I was pretty certain, even against a water attributes support, I would win this one. So yeah, there we go. Again, uh, this defense was really good, but this composition is a lot better on offense if you can actually choose who you're fighting, and of course you will not attack a full fire team. That's just counterproductive. Um, okay, so that's it for today. Thank you very much, and give it a thumbs up if you like it, a thumbs down if you didn't. As always, you can leave as many comments as you like. I promise I'm going to read all of them and reply to all of them as well. So thanks a lot and take care.